with Neil pick up Paul Lynn and Coach Ray. We're going to be there pretty soon. So I just went for a walk and just filmed a video that I've just released. Another kind of real casual one, but anyway, I've done that and I'm gonna be on the fix pretty soon. But I just felt like hanging out with you guys, to be honest, before that happened. So I thought I would give you guys an update on what's going on. Talk about a very cool thing with Jordan Sill. Talk about King of the Table 3 and what's going on there. And yeah, Blue Monstrosity first. Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Appreciate your support always from wherever you are in the world. Per Eck. Hi. G'day, brother. Good to see you too, man. Yeah, so so much going on. Like I said, guys, as a bunch of you guys are coming in now, I hope you guys are well. What's up, everybody? AJM, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. Sup, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Jack Hevelds, good to see you guys. Anyway, I am just getting ready to go live on the fix, and I thought I'd stop in and say hello to you guys first. Talk about Jordan Sill. Let's kick it off with Jordan Sill. Oh my goodness, it couldn't have played out better. If you missed it, the Washington State was on just over the weekend, and I got creative with some promotion opportunities, some travel sponsorship opportunities, and whatnot for that event. It came about in the form that Mario Timbarkas and Lachlan Carpenter, two Australians from the Sydney club, traveled to the USA, and they took part in the Washington State. Now, these guys, with a relatively low social media presence, or quite low, they flew in under the radar. No one really know. Even I didn't know they were in the US till all of a sudden I'm like, hang on a second, Mario's in the US? That's crazy. So I basically laid out the challenge, which you guys would have seen in my YouTube videos a couple of days ago. I said, whoever is the first man to pin Mario Timbarkas, knowing that Mario was going to be pulling the 230-pound class and the super heavyweight class, and I knew some solid names: Brandon Alcessa, Jordan Sill. I knew that those guys were going to be there. Cody Merritt, and so I put out the challenge. I said, look, I will pay $100 to anyone who, or the first person that pins Mario Timbarkas, and most importantly, I will fly you to Australia in 2022 to for an all expenses paid trip to Australia, and we can have a super match, as in with me. And it played out perfectly. A lot of people were wondering whether or not that was going to backfire, whether some random average Joe was going to beat Mario. I was pretty comfortable that no average Joe was going to beat Mario. I know where Mario is at. I know he's an incredibly solid pool. So to the people who thought it was going to backfire, no, it was never going to backfire. And to the people thought that it did backfire by Jordan winning, no, that didn't backfire. That worked out perfectly. Jordan is someone that I've been wanting to pull for a long time. He's in that range. He's in that level of credibility and established elite level at particularly that 222, 15-pound, 230-pound mark. He's got wins on, I think he's got wins on Todd Hutchins. He's got win on just about everyone. But anyway, Jordan Sill pins Mario Timbarkas in the 230-pound draw. I first of all have to take my hat off to Mario Timbarkas. He was pulling, like I said, the supers and the 230 pounds, and they were being run simultaneously because they had such a big crowd and they were running out of time. And so he was just pulling continuously, and he beat Cody Sperm Merritt on the right twice, which was solid. Cody's ranked 13th in the USA on the overall list on the right arm. He's ranked number 1 on the left, but he's ranked 13th in the USA overalls. Mario is ranked 6th in Australia for overalls. So there you go. The Australian number 6 beat the American number 13. That gives you some perspective. I was excited. It gave us some perspective, but then Jordan Sill cleaned him up. And so well done, Jordan Sill, qualifying for a free trip down to Australia. And chatting with Jordan afterwards, really cool guy. He's really excited, really keen to come down, and we will make an event of it. We'll get, that'll be a main event. Tim Tolmage has mentioned to me that he wants to send a few extras down as well for some undercards and to be part of that event. So really happy with that. And Blue Monstrosity, you say no way Cody Merritt is 13. That's just the reality of it. Like I said, look what Cody beat Jordan just the other day at the John Present Cup, and then only lost to John in the final. Cody's left is his money arm, but his right is becoming very, very legit. And like I said, you do your research. But anyway, Cody Spermer ranked 13th on the overalls in the USA. So Jordan Sill will come up. We haven't got a date yet, but what we're looking at, I said the nicest time to come out here is, I said it's really hot during summer, but the beaches are amazing. So maybe end of summer, start of autumn. So maybe like we might be February, March, April, that sort of zone. Bring out Jordan Sill. I'll have a suit match with him, right? And it'll be awesome. Yeah. All right. So yes, I'm going to be on the fix, guys. I'm going to be there very shortly. Arm Sports Entertainment says, this is Tim Tolmage, and yes, I want to bring some guys. Let's talk soon. Yes, sounds good, brother. Good job on the event, by the way. Okay, so the next topic that I quickly want to talk about before I go and get set up properly for the fix is King of the Table 3. I've got a good relationship with the guys at KOTT Sports and Larry and Adam, and I think that that's likely I receive an offer anyway to go to King of Table 3. I know I had an offer to go to King of Table 2 to pull Iraqli, but I was unable to for restrictions purposes from Australia. So again, just another event that I had to knock back. But so I'm anticipating a King of the Table 3 invitation at some stage as they come down off the high of King of the Table 2. And just a few people have asked me who would I want to pull and all that sort of stuff. I did put a poll out there. It seemed like it was so meant to be when RVJ came in at 44%. 44% of the vote. I think Coach Ray got 22% of the vote. Larry got 22% of the vote, and Iraqli got 12% of the vote. So anyway, King of the Table 3. I would just want to say that, of course, absolutely, I'm down for it. And to be honest, as much as I can't stand the idea of looking across the table at RVJ, I think that it's probably got to happen. It's probably got to happen. We've probably got to get it done, get it out of the way. We got to finish that one. But like I said, I'm sure RVJ won't like standing across the table from me. I know I won't like standing across the table from him. We'll both be hating each other in that circumstance, quite genuinely, I think. I don't think there's going to be any love lost there if we ever have to stand across the table. But it does. I always felt like it would be inevitable, and I don't know. I think like there's a good likelihood, good chance anyway, that that's something that's tabled. So we'll see where King of the Table 3 happens. But 2022, I'm already feeling good about it. I've got also on the cards. I'm going to be starting to do a whole lot more events in Australia. That is going to be my focus. I'm in the middle of building a studio and all that sort of stuff, where I'll be able to put on high quality events and host my own stuff. The Bulgarians are still likely to come out as well. So it's just waiting for those guys can come out at short notice. Sasha and Bojidar. So those guys, the invitation is still there for them. We're just waiting on the green lights from, again, the Australian government for travel, which hopefully happens in the first week of 2022. And then yeah, and then they'll come out and we'll pull as well. So 2022 should be a promising year. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest. Yeah. All right, looking at some of your comments. 44%, my shirt says 44%. Yeah. I would wear this shirt for Rob if I was to ever face Rob. It's there's no other choice. This is the Rob. This is the shirt I'm wearing. Yeah. Larry will ask me to pull him. I don't think he will. I talked to Larry, and I don't think Larry will. No. Larry's gonna enter a new chapter, a new focus. But anyway, I'm sure Larry will talk about that. But anyway, we'll do that on the fix as well. We'll dive into all that sort of stuff deep. Mario and Lachlan are super cool dudes. I was Mario's first victim, and he was super cool about it. They were fun to afterpull too, says Aaron Castillo. Yeah, Mario and Lachlan are awesome dudes. I've never seen a more generous man than Mario at the bar. He will buy drinks for everyone continuously. And Lachlan, top guy too. Fairly new to the sport, but hugely strong and so much potential. So, Burgoyne's beer belly asked, "Would you beat Rob with side pressure?" Yeah, basically, yeah. I would chop into his arm, defeat his pronator with some side pressure, establish a connective tissue block. I would expect him to have a bicep that I couldn't get through. He'd drive and drag, and if I stayed in that lane, he'd be able to move me and get victory. But I would endeavor to keep it in a lane that every time he goes to pin, his pronator gets attacked, and I don't think he would have the willingness to go elbow and elbow with me. And so he would then be it would then be in a case of management of fatigue, and I don't think he'd manage it very well. Anyway, that's how I'd do it. What else we got? Blue Monstrosity, I don't think much about Cody and Mario match results doing too much right. Cody needs to focus on his left. Yep, cool. Larry versus Carl DePew, yeah, possibly. I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard to get a balanced idea for Larry right now. Larry's in a very difficult place. It's hard to pick a match for him, but there's any number, and yeah, Carl DePew could be right. I don't know. Would it be possible to get the Bulgarians to come at the same time as Jordan Sill? Quite possible. Yes, quite possible. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think about Marcio versus Withers? I actually haven't seen the match yet. It was such a busy weekend. I didn't sleep. I was up all night commentating. I literally just was a zombie. So I haven't seen the match yet. Jordan Sill's going to clean up over there in competition, says Scott Evans. Man, good on him. I hope he can. I wish him well. I'll be doing everything I can to stop him. But man, Jordan Sill's a real cool dude, and I can't wait to hang out. So, Jordan Sill. If you want to see my matches, a lot of people kind of misread the Mario situation when with what I said. A lot of people thought that I was saying Mario is going to beat everyone. I knew Mario was going to be in the mix, and he had the chances of winning because I know he's a really badass arm wrestler. But it doesn't surprise me that Jordan Sill beat him. This was the whole design of my concept was that I was going to end up bringing out someone cool. But go and have a look at my last matches with Mario. And you'll see they were pretty decisive victories, which was about 6 months ago. What else we got? And Jordan Davis beat Mario as well. You got to remember, Jordan Davis 3 months ago stomped Mario. So again, perspective, and right now I can very comfortably toy with Jordan Davis. Sill's hand does look very strong though. The way I was really impressed, the way Mario had no idea what to do against Jordan's hand. He just he just did nothing in the end because Jordan's hand was too good. So that was impressive. I like that. If Larry could be under the tutelage of just one person to improve as an arm wrestler based on his style and strengths, who would it be? Me. I would love to work with Larry. I actually talked to Larry yesterday about this. I said, Larry, you're very much, man. I'll take my hat off to you, Larry. You're doing well. I said, keep your chin up. I said, if there was a chapter that I would recommend to you, Larry, it's to go to the chapter of combat rather than strength. That is a chapter that is really going to be significantly more rewarding than getting strong on fundamentals. I think we all know, Larry is very clearly a strong human. He's already fundamentally incredibly strong. Nothing wrong with his back pressure, his wrist flexion, especially. Sure, he could probably do with some more fundamental side pressure. His pronation is probably fine in a fundamental sense. But I said to him, look, man, you could never get any stronger than you are right now, and yet you could still climb the ladder so substantially if you were to take away your strength for a time and just focus on finding the small movements that matter most. And the process of finding the small movements that matter most really starts with stripping back your strength and acting as though you're only 20% as strong as you are. And arm wrestling at this baby pressure and feeling, you need to spend time feeling, and you have to feel for a long time before you feel accurately. And what I expressed to Larry was the most critical thing for Larry right now is to start the process of identifying the smallest and smallest and smallest and smallest most critical things that will change the game in his direction. Larry's a strong human. Strong people get that curse of strength. They go to it on a fundamental sense and they miss the opportunities. Okay, Larry needs to spend a lot of time, in my opinion anyway, just reducing himself right down to baby pressures and just feeling it. I said, whilst you've got Devin Larratt there, I said, get Devin Larratt high and get him dancing on the table with you. I said, you spend as much time as you can with Devin just floating around at virtually no pressure and just feel what comes about and what opportunities there are and what gaps there are. And you'll start to develop a sense of passive pressure arm wrestling. Larry, I have not yet seen use passive pressures in a match ever in any position, and he really needed passive pressures to beat Brandon. He needed passive pressures, but he had no idea how to do passive pressures, um, to create opportunity, to create traps, to create dead spaces, and to ultimately conserve his energy. He was pressing that nitrous oxide button over and over and over again, and he was struggling. So I would love to teach Larry that. That's been a big focus of how I teach every newcomer into the sport, and it's why I believe I have good table IQ, because I spent 4 years doing that with Jordan Davis. That's all we did. We got a super chat from Kirsten Prodigy. Thank you, brother. He says, "Remember, we had a deal. If I beat Bojada, you bring me there. So waiting for that day to meet you in person. I'll start packing my stuff." Yeah, 100%, man. If you beat Bojada, you get his spot. I haven't told Bojada that yet, but I think he'll agree. If you kick his ass, Kirsten, yeah, I'm bringing you out instead of Bojada. And he's going to have to deal with it. But that's a match coming up. I'll do some feature stuff on Kirsten Prodigy's match with Bojidar Simonov, the 80 kilo world champion. It's coming up, I think, in February, early February, February 8th, February 12th, somewhere around there. Kirsten, confirm for me if you could. But that's going to be massive. Can't wait to see that. But yeah, I'm hoping. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping to get to Dubai in early 2022 for a number of purposes. But anyway, I'm hoping to get to Dubai, and I would love to spend some extended time with Larry doing this style of training, doing this. I'm always interested. I'm always genuinely interested in helping anyone that wants to become a pro level arm wrestler. Anyone that I meet that genuinely has the desire to be a pro level arm wrestler, I just want to give them my time and energy. I want to help them to get to the next stage of their understanding quicker. And it's very evident Larry is strong. That's so evident. But Larry doesn't need to be stronger. He needs to direct his strength more effectively. And I think that if Larry were to direct his strength more effectively, he'll take much bigger strides than he will if he focuses on just getting fundamentally stronger. Because he's already very close to the top end of fundamental strength. So that's kind of that. All right, guys, I got to go. The fix is about to start. So I will see you guys soon. And yeah. All right. See you on Neil's channel.